The year is 2025. Headlines scream of economic growth and technological advancement, yet a shadow lurks behind this shiny facade. Unemployment amongst IT professionals in the UK and Europe is a growing concern. Once a sector teeming with opportunity, the IT landscape is now marred by insecurity. Statistics paint a grim picture. The UK has witnessed a 15% surge in unemployment amongst IT professionals. This number only tells a fraction of the story. Many are forced to take on jobs beneath their skill level. This trend is not confined to the UK, it's a Europe-wide phenomenon. From Dublin to Berlin, seasoned programmers and fresh graduates alike are affected. The industry that promised innovation is now grappling with an identity crisis. The question on everyone's mind is, how did we get here? What factors have created this climate of fear and uncertainty? The rise of outsourcing, particularly to countries like India, has dramatically reshaped the IT landscape in the UK and Europe. Indian IT giants like TATA consultancy services, Infosys and Cognizant have established a formidable presence, often outbidding local companies with their cost-effective solutions. These companies, armed with a vast pool of skilled but cheaper labor, have become the go-to choice for many businesses looking to cut costs. Their business model is simple: offer similar services at a fraction of the cost, a proposition that many companies find impossible to resist in today's cutthroat business environment. While outsourcing might seem like a sound business strategy on paper, its human cost is undeniable. The influx of outsourced work has led to a decrease in demand for local IT professionals, forcing many into unemployment or underemployment. The argument often used to justify outsourcing is that it allows companies to focus on their core competencies. However, this argument rings hollow when it comes at the expense of local talent and contributes to a widening skills gap in the UK and European IT sectors. Adding insult to injury is the deceptive practice of advertising jobs that, in reality, are already earmarked for outsourced teams. These job advertisements, often meticulously crafted to give the illusion of a fair and open hiring process, serve as a cruel facade, masking the grim reality of predetermined outcomes. Local IT professionals, armed with their qualifications and experience, apply for these positions with hope and anticipation, unaware that they are pawns in a game rigged against them. They meticulously tailor their resumes, painstakingly craft cover letters, and spend countless hours preparing for interviews, only to be met with rejection, their hopes dashed against the rocks of a predetermined outcome. This deceptive practice, unfortunately, is not an isolated incident, but a systemic issue plaguing the industry. It speaks to a deeper problem, a lack of transparency and ethical conduct in the way many companies approach hiring. The emotional toll on local talent is immeasurable. Each rejection chips away at their confidence, leaving them questioning their worth and abilities. It's a soul-crushing experience that leaves many disillusioned and disheartened, wondering if their dreams of a fulfilling career in IT are nothing more than a pipe dream. Bias in IT hiring practices. The hiring process is often tainted with biases that disadvantage local IT professionals. Companies might deny wrongdoing, but evidence suggests otherwise. Recruitment practices reveal subtle yet systemic discrimination favoring outsourced talent. Job descriptions often demand specific experience favoring outsourced professionals. This creates an uneven playing field, excluding local talent. Interviewers may unknowingly favor candidates from certain backgrounds. This bias has a devastating impact on local IT professionals. It perpetuates inequality and undermines meritocracy. The consequences of this skewed system are far-reaching and devastating. Local IT professionals, facing a shrinking job market and rampant discrimination, are left with limited options. Many are forced to accept lower-paying jobs outside their field of expertise, their skills and qualifications going to waste. Others, unwilling to compromise their career aspirations, are left with no choice but to leave their home countries in search of better opportunities. This brain drain robs the UK and Europe of valuable talent and innovation, further exacerbating the skills gap that outsourcing initially created. The economic impact is undeniable. As unemployment rises, so does the strain on social welfare systems. The very governments that should be protecting their citizens' interests are left grappling with the consequences of unchecked outsourcing. Their coffers strained by the need to support a growing number of unemployed or underemployed IT professionals. But beyond the economic ramifications lies a deeper human cost. The emotional toll on individuals and families is immeasurable. The loss of livelihood, the erosion of self-worth, the forced migration. These are not just statistics, they are real-life stories of shattered dreams and broken promises. The situation, while dire, is not beyond repair. Creating a fairer IT landscape requires a multi-pronged approach. Transparency is paramount. Companies must be accountable for their hiring practices. Mandatory reporting on local to outsourced talent ratios can encourage fairer hiring. Clients must demand transparency and prioritize ethical sourcing. Legislative action is crucial. Governments must implement policies to discourage exploitative practices and incentivize local hiring. Tax breaks and stricter regulations can help level the playing field. Investing in education and skills development is crucial. Equipping local talent with skills ensures they remain competitive in the global race for talent.